of opportunities that we had, and we just didn't execute. We got to execute better. Those sometimes it's not just the plays that are called; it's the execution of those plays.
Man. Oh boy.
Okay, if you look down, if we could look at the film over and over. And see, you can look at some of those plays might have been good plays if they were executed. So we don't know that yet because I haven't had a chance to look at it, but some of those plays were not executed very well. I think Noah's got to look a little bit more than T-Mac. I think the interception that he threw, I think we needed to maybe not look there because there was a guy open over the middle. He could have hit. There's some things that we have to clean up on offense because if our offense doesn't get going, we're going to lose quite a few more games here.
Yeah, and DK, I'll tell you, I hear people saying Dick Tomey type offense, but I mean maybe the strategy of taking the field goal, but 49 passes from the quarterback, that's definitely not Dick Tomey type of game with only 24 carries. It says what's that? It says 30, but at the end of the day, 6 of them was from the quarterback runs, and he ended up only 4 yards net there. I just think it's execution. I think that you get in that situation where you're in a 4th and 1, and you think about it, DK, and you say, we didn't get it in those 3 downs. The last thing we want to do is come away with 0 points. You do want to take the lead. Yes, it'd be great if you could go ahead and get it and end up getting a touchdown. But if you don't end up not getting any points and you have a loop on your team, then you really look like an idiot. Right?
And I think that what teams are doing with our pass game, they're not rushing wide. They're rushing more closer together. Okay, so that eliminates passing lanes for a short quarterback. Okay, so that's what you're seeing a lot. If you look at it, most of their rushes are compacted. That's where they're rushing us, and we got to be able to push those guys outside and create some lanes.
And I add this: I did we make any completions over the middle?
One maybe. I think they made one to Keon.
And my son said, Dad, there's like 10 sideline catches.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's a lot of toe taps on the sideline. So, I think, I think they have tape on Noah.
Yeah.
And I think that he's just going to have to really hone in and try to find the open guys. Everybody's been saying, got to find the open guy, man, because guys have been open too. Guys have been open too, and in some of the throws when you're looking for your guy, sometimes you got to come off, man, and find the right guy.
I think he's escaping the pocket a little bit too quick too, right away.
I don't know if he's escaping that much. He stays in the pocket. He stands in there. He had plenty of time. I thought the protection was really good tonight.
I thought he was fading a little bit.
Yeah,
to the right.
I thought it was fading to the right too. I thought that too, but I think they just got to give him some more open lanes on his passing lanes.
I could have lived if they had gone for it on 4th and 1 and not gotten it and lost. I could have lived with that because at least to me they were at least trying to make something happen offensively. But just all this settling for field goals is just it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Now that said, they're where I thought they would be. After 5 games, that's 3-2. I said last week I have them 3-3 and 1-2 after 6 because I don't think they're going to win next week. And I still think the most favorable part of the schedule is ahead of them on the second half of this season. So this is a team that still can win 8 games. But man, this offense has got to figure it out. This quarterback has got to figure it out. They've got to find a second receiver, let alone a third receiver. You got to find a second receiver. We thought maybe that was going to be Jeremiah Patterson. 3 catches for 18 yards. He's not really made an impact. A couple of touchdowns, yeah, but you don't have that second impact receiver right now. Somebody's got to step up and take that. You got either somebody's got to step up and take that, or you got to try to find Kean Burnett a little bit more than what you're giving it to him. And like you said, throw the ball over the middle. I mean, whatever. I mean, that's the tight end route I want to see. I want to see the Kean Burnett going down the seam, not all these passes to the sideline. All right, we've got a lot to get into tonight. 520-848-1290. We'll take your calls when we come back. It's Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. I've got Kelvin Ifan. I've got Glenn Howell. My birthday is over, so I guess now it's time for me to be an angry 57-year-old.
Yeah, we got cake for you, though. We got cake and candles.
There you go. You are listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage of Arizona football is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Dave & Buster's Tucson, Desert Diamond Casinos, Dorado Rock, First Chiropractic, Goodfellas AC, Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams Southern Arizona, the Window Depot, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
For Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, there's a rumor summer could finally come to an end. And with cooler temperatures on the way, it's a good time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. If it's time for any other seasonal maintenance, we've got you covered with the most award-winning service around. You'll see why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the locals' favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
There are many reasons you might need Dorado Rockin' Materials. A few bare spots in the yard, the driveway needs filling in, or it could be that the yard needs a whole makeover. Whatever the reason, if your yard has the summertime blues, Dorado Rockin' Materials has everything from sand to boulders and every rock and pebble in between. If you need help spreading it, we have options for that too. Call 400-4233. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Quick, she's over here. I don't know. I just found her like this.
Yeah, she's banged up, but she'll be fine.
Oh, thank God. What can I do?
Just need the keys. And, sir,
Yeah?
your car's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
Mobile detailing from Recon Auto Detailing. Tired of wear and tear on your vehicle or just tired of cleaning it yourself? We'll come to you. Book with us online and see why we have over 1,100 5-star reviews. Recon Auto Detailing. ReconDetail.com.
The Window Depot has everything you need to create the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams. Browse the aisles of in-stock cabinets available in a variety of sizes and configurations and instantly elevate your space today. Visit a showroom and let our experts guide you. Whether you're choosing from ready-to-go designs or creating a custom masterpiece, we can help you select the perfect wood type, color, and style, and top it off with unique hardware to complete your look. Find a location near you at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot. More than a window store.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' K with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Come out to Dave & Buster's, the best place outside of the stadium to see the games this football season. Monday and Thursday, get all-you-can-eat wings with game card for $19.99. Sunday, get in on the chance to win a big game watch party at Dave & Buster's in front of the big screen, plus other big prizes and weekly winners. Join them now through October 22nd, all day, every day. They'll be offering $5 22-ounce drafts only at Dave & Buster's. Make Dave & Buster's your place to watch the games.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 35 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees. Bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including Tucson and Sierra Vista, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 five-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE EAGLE.
For 100 years, O'Reilly Chevrolet has been part of the fabric of Tucson, just as our Chevy trucks are part of the fabric of America. With that in mind, we're proud to announce it's officially truck season. And this year we have Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the all-new Chevy Colorado. Test drive your new Chevy truck on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or check out our entire lineup at O'Reilly.com. Don't miss truck season, going on now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Honey, our yard's full of weeds. Looks like a jungle and the neighbors are complaining.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of them, but the product I'm using, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Not to mention, I don't have the time.
But it's not just weeds.
Not?
No, I'm seeing ants.
Ants?
Yeah, and spiders.
Ooh, spiders.
I know, and I think I saw a scorpion.
No way.
Yes way, and there's a pack rat in our garage.
Ew. Okay, I'll call University Termite and Pest Control today. We'll get rid of all of them.
Okay, honey, thank you.
University Termite and Pest Control, locally owned. Find them online at bepestfree.com.
Our window depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Ifan.
Cats moving left to right here in the fourth. Complete out of the shotgun. Conley offset left. Back to throw. Noah with time, waiting, fires the pass, and it's caught by McMillan over the 35 out to the 40. First down, and the ball stripped loose, and Texas, they've got it.
Oh, my goodness.
And they do.
That was devastating.
So McMillan had the first down and more. He was out to the 43-yard line. Ball knocked free. Tech recovers. They've got the lead and the ball with 2:12 to go.
That was one of 3 turnovers on the night for the Arizona Wildcats, of which Texas Tech would get 18 of their 28 points off of those 3 turnovers, and they win tonight here in Tucson, 28-22. Welcome back to Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the post-game show. I am David Kelly. We are streaming the show video-wise tonight on all of our platforms, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. We've got Priscilla running the cameras today. We're going to hear from Priscilla a little bit later. It's not my birthday anymore. My birthday was yesterday, but Priscilla speaks 5 languages, and she has said that she is going to sing me happy birthday in all 5 languages. So stay tuned for that. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. All right, let's hear from you. We're going to start tonight with Charles. Charles, you're on the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show, Wildcats Radio 1290.
How you doing? So first off, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Warner Smith. He was in the Dick Tomey era, and I wanted to talk about T-Mac. You know, he got elite moves. He's an elite player, but he's going up for one-handed grabs, and he's making these moves, and he's not protecting the ball, like holding onto it, tucking it into his body. And I just thought that he made a lot of mistakes trying to do too much or whatever. And then Noah Fafita, he couldn't. The middle of the field was open all night, but it's like he can't see the middle of the field. I don't know, because I was seeing the tight end open, the slot receiver, they were cutting across the middle. It was wide open, and he wasn't getting it. And my buddy has something to say about the coaching staff.
Is your buddy with you?
Yeah, he's right here in the car.
What's his name?
Tucker.
Tucker, what do you got? Tucker, what do you got for us?
My feeling is they're in over their head. This whole switch, the whole switch with the offensive coordinator last week, we had a big win. We thought we had it. Utah had it figured out in one series. The biggest problem, the whole deal is Fafita can't see over the middle. I mean, the turnovers, right, the knockdown ball in the middle, he can't throw in the middle. The middle is wide open all day. We're screaming about it. The middle is wide open. He can't see it. Now, the biggest thing for me is, why didn't he run it?
He did run. He did run. He did run it once tonight for a first down.
Yeah, one time. But he's got a wide open field, and how many plays, and he runs it out to the sideline, throws it away when he could have run it.
Well,
I think maybe we just bought into the hype. I think maybe all of us are too much on Twitter. We're just not that good, and maybe we need to accept that.
I was gonna say, Fafita, remember how he got his job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
The
Guy
other
was
guy
running.
The other guy was running and got hurt. So he kind of remembered that. So he's probably trying to protect himself and make sure he don't get any of those injuries.
Hey, you're 100% correct, but what I will tell you right now, Delora would have had 200 yards rushing in this. Why Delora would have been running that ball. 200 yards rushing. So now, listen, is that a knock on Fafita? No, not so much. I knew that guy is good. I know he's good, but I think overall it's a failure in the coaching. They're in over their head, period. I can't say anymore.
Well, I'll say this part right here, and if you go back and listen, I said this before. I said, do you know how tough it has to be as a coaching staff to come into a program where the quarterback and the receiver had to make an announcement that they were staying? Like, what power do you really have over them? You almost have to make sure that they have a good game and make sure that they can go to each other just because of the way it was marketed. That's the way that I felt. I was like, because usually as an offensive coordinator, coach is like, your whole thing is that, hey, I got another guy behind you that could take your spot. That's really the only real motivator a coach have. Like, I got another guy behind you that could take your spot. Well, if you know that basically they were recruiting you as they were getting their job to stay here, it has to be hard to coach that and balance that. When I be thinking about it.
You're 100% correct, right?
So
they have this whole announcement at McHale Center.
Yeah.
No coach come out here. Yeah. They just own him. He's wedded to him. There's nothing he can do, right? I mean, T-Mac loose with the ball, trying to do the one-handed catch in the end zone. I mean, that's a touchdown. Catch it with both hands, go down to the ground, catch the ball, don't fumble the ball. You're trying to run with that one hand. I mean, but what is the coach going to tell him? Nothing he can do, right? It's nothing he can
I'm
do.
going to bench
Everybody
you.
here, yeah, they're all, half of the people in the stands are there for the whole Twitter, oh, yeah, no, they're coming back. We're going to be good. And, I mean, I guess the end of the story of all of it is we just have to accept that maybe we're not that good. Maybe they're not that good. Yeah, T-Mac's good. Oh, yeah, he can make throw. Maybe we're not that good. We don't have a defense. We don't have an offensive line.
I hate to say it, though.
We're going to go – listen, Charles was talking about my buddy Warner Smith died of ALS. Fucking love him. Think about him every day. Sorry for that. We're going to be he told me, we're a flyover state. We're never going to be a power football school. We're going to win 9, 10 games. Then we're going to go down. We're going to win 5, 6 games. And that cycle continues. You're never going to be a power. And that was something that always bothered me, that I thought we could be top. Who wouldn't want to live in Tucson? Tucson is beautiful. But the fact of the matter is, nobody's coming here. You can't. I mean, we got what we got. If we win 7, 8 games a year, 9 games a year, maybe 10, you got to be happy with it. But you also got to be happy for 5. The stadium's half filled. Tucson is not a football town. End of story.
All right, Charles Tucker. Hey, guys, I appreciate you calling today and your thoughts on this team. I did think, I don't know what the final attendance was on the game tonight. I was a little disappointed. 45,773. I know, Glenn, you had talked about wanting to see 50,000 there. And, I think a lot of the students left at halftime because it was kind of a bad first half. I saw one section of the Zona Zoo that was like half filled in the second half. But, yeah, I mean, again, we've seen these other fan bases, and we've seen what they do, and we still got a long way to go. We still got a long way to go here in Tucson before we get to that point where we can compete with the Kansas States and where we can compete with the Utahs and where we can compete where we're going next week to BYU, because it is for real. Those people are for real, and Tucson has to decide if it wants to be for real. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Let's get one more call in here before we take a break. We'll go to Jonathan. Jonathan, you're on the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show after a 28-22 loss for Arizona to Texas Tech.
Hey, guys, first-time caller. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, absolutely. We got you, Jonathan.
Awesome. Nice to meet you guys. Hey, I got a lot of words. I'm emotional about it. I'm a fanatic for sure. I'm not just a fan. First, I want to say the fan base is just awful. It's embarrassing to see the most lame stripe out I could ever see possible. And then to watch everybody leave at halftime when it's a 2-score game, even though we looked like complete garbage. It's just embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. And the players deserve better than that. I've been a pretty loud critic, I think, all year that the coaching staff is pretty JV. The offensive coaching is horrendous, in my opinion. The play calling is like a Madden game. There seems to be no structure or game plan to what we want to accomplish on the offense. The opening play was a 10-yard run. And then we tried to hit a home run, long developing play on the second play and lost, I think, maybe 10 or 15 yards on a sack. I don't think the coaching on the offensive side is putting Noah in good positions. We all know he's short and he has a tough time making plays over the center in the pocket, in the middle of the field. And obviously he hasn't played like he has last year, and he's keying in on T-Mac too much and has missed a couple open tight end plays for touchdowns. But I just don't think the coaching staff knows what they're doing, and they just don't know how to put him in spots. I think they should be putting him out of the pocket more. And they're not committed to the run. They'll run a run play to run a run play, but then clearly everybody knows they're throwing it on the next down. We scored a touchdown running the ball. We were dominating that last drive where Tyler missed the field goal. We were running the ball consistently until we decided to hit home run plays, try to go for home run plays again. We ran the ball on first down and then threw it 2 times, and we're 2 incompletes, and then we settled for that long field goal. And there's just no attack. There's just no game plan on the offense. There's no ability to give Noah some momentum and to get him, some good vibes. It's just completely every play call seems to be, hit a home run or strike out. And it's incredibly frustrating to watch the offense. The offense almost lost us the game versus Utah. And our defense is just doing everything that they can. I mean, one touchdown does not win games.
Yeah, well, exactly.
We had legitimately one touchdown. One touchdown. I mean, Tyler has got an incredible leg, but to ask him to hit 50-yard field goals to win games is all coaching. And the play. I don't have any statistics on how many minutes we may have in certain drives, but Jed last year would run long drives to win us games and burn clock, and this coaching staff just does not do that. And there's the offense can't get into a groove, and it's embarrassing. The fans are absolutely embarrassing. To see what I saw at the stadium tonight was just absolutely embarrassing. After a huge win, our first ever Big 12 home game, we were deserving to be ranked. We had two top 15 games on the road that we went 1-1. All we had to do is win tonight, and we're in the top 20, top 22 going to BYU. And our fans couldn't even show out. It's embarrassing.
You know what I wrote, Jonathan? You know what I wrote in my notebook that kind of illustrates what you said just right there? I wrote, no semblance of anything that looks cohesive.
Nothing.
That's what I wrote in my notebook in the first half regarding the offense. And you're absolutely right. It just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what to categorize this offense as right now.
I don't know what we're trying to do, dude. Obviously, we're just trying to chuck it to T-Mac, which, he doesn't look good. I don't know what he's doing with his one-handed grab choices, because he's dropped what? He dropped 2 balls tonight, I think, and a fumble, and he tried to get a one-hand at Utah. I don't know what's going on with that, but obviously he's God for U of A, and that's fine.
I'm ready
he can
to go.
do whatever he wants.
I got some stuff. I'm ready, baby.
Hey, Jonathan, I appreciate your call. Hold on to that, Mr. Captain there. We'll get to your thoughts. Keep those fresh in your mind and keep them going. It's the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day post-game show. We're going to get another break in here. We'll take plenty of your calls. The idea is to go to 2, but if we got to go past 2 to get through all the frustration, we got an NFL game at 6. If we need to go till actually, I think we can only go till 4 because we got stuff that's actually happening at 4. We can go till 4 if we have to go to 4. I'll let the guys go, but I'll stay here till 4 if you guys want to continue to talk about this. Much more straight ahead. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Broadway in Tucson presents the new 2024-2025 season, featuring 6 blockbuster productions, including Mamma Mia and the Southern Arizona premieres of Clue, live on stage, Beetlejuice, Some Like It Hot, the Neil Diamond Musical, A Beautiful Noise, and Shucked. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the best prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2024-2025 season tickets today.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
My drains are clogged again. What should I do? Don't let those clogged drains scare you. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has a $79 drain and faucet diagnostic service special. We'll get you back in the flow. Call us at 520-492-0748 or picturoxcooling.com.
Picturox Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Don't hold back. Just dive right in. This is Desert Diamond. The round-the-clock, off-the-charts, over-the-top spectacle that puts a shine on any day, anytime. The tables are hot to the touch. The slots are spinning winners every day. And the point spreads are yours for the taking. So go ahead. Live the Diamond Life. Desert Diamond Casino. Visit ddcaz.com.
An enterprise of the Thama Autumn Nation.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 35 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees. Bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including Tucson and Sierra Vista, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 five-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Are you facing plumbing problems and need a reliable solution? Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, or an upgrade to a tankless water heater, Rightway has you covered. And for a limited time only, we're offering 10% off your next repair or installation. Don't let plumbing issues ruin your day. Call Rightway at 520-276-2775. We'll get a plumber to your door. If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We are the sports station that Tucson turns to for all the latest news when it comes to Arizona football, along with Arizona football play-by-play. We are Wildcats Radio 1290. Our Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Efon.
First down, fires the pass, popped by McMillan, loses his man to the 45, down to the 40, breaks free to the 30, 25-20, jumps to his right, he's near the 15, first and 10 Arizona. He won't go to the power eye, but the three-man backfield will feed out of the gun between them. Need half a yard, here's the snap, the handoff, left, and the first down.
That's a big-time play, Arizona, that time. That was just basically guts right there. That's
Offset eye now. Blind Papita under center. He'll hand off. Conley looking for a block. Rolling to the right. Headed for the end zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Arizona fights back, and they just willed their way into the end zone that time with the run game. The run game came up big. Arizona offensive line comes up big on this drive. Arizona is back in this game.
Cats have scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
Quali Connolly, 14 carries, 97 yards. 1 touchdown in the ball game, but Arizona falls 28-22 to Texas Tech tonight at the stadium. They are now 1-1 in Big 12 conference play. How about Texas Tech? They are 3-0 for the first time since 2013 in conference play. A team that was picked to finish 9th, and this conference remains kind of all over the place. With a lot of weird stuff happening. Oklahoma State lost today. They're 0-3 in conference play. Nobody would have thought that when the season started. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. I think Jonathan got the captain a little bit hot.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say hot, man, but I just, the first thing is I'm like, we did throw the ball 49 times, and I don't know how, that was Jed Fishball.
Yeah,
he threw the
absolutely.
ball 49 times. We only ran 25 times. So This was exactly the type of offense I felt like Noah was successful in last year, minus 10 screens. They usually, do the screen game, getting the balls
tight
out
end,
to Cowing, tight end screen.
Well, and that's one of the things that's missing is they don't have that screen Cowing receiver on this team right now.
And you're trying to figure that out. And so that was one of the things. I mean, when the pressure of having Noah and T-Mac on this team, I think, is what's making this thing different. Because usually when the new coach come in, I remember when Fish got here, all you heard, I mean, and it was coming off of Sumlin and the Owen, whatever we were. So expectations were way down. But every time a coach comes, you usually say you give him a couple years to get his own guys. Usually because the guys that you inherit a lot of times, kind of have either had success or failures with the other coach, and it just takes a little time sometimes to get those guys to buy in, right? And I think when this group came in with all the hoopla of having those guys come back, it's going to take a few games to earn out how exactly you want this thing to go. I think they had to give those guys a chance to see what they could do, right? I think with that, you give them the 3 downs, and sometimes you probably be in a situation where people want you to go for it, but you're like, I already gave them the downs. We got to go ahead and take the field goal. When maybe you do want to be a little bit more aggressive, but you just don't want to come out empty-handed. And I just feel like they still filling each other out. When I look at the offense, when I look at just think about it, they changed coordinators. Just the look of that, I thought wasn't good because to me that lets the players think that maybe we don't quite have it. But in the reality, it's like I was telling my brother on the phone, like they didn't change the playbook.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm like, there's not different plays. I mean, it's just a different person calling them.
And it's in a different order.
In a different order. So yeah, man, I just feel like we threw the ball 49 times. I mean, there is a million different routes, but at the end of the day, people have to make plays. The players have to make plays. Coaches call the plays, but the players have to make plays. And I'm sure these guys will tell you that when they go back and look at it.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. One more point there.
The one-hand catch thing.
Yeah.
And we just ran a highlight of one of them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Give everybody show all that love for the one hand catch. I have to tell my son, I hate it. I tell my son this all the time. Forget that. That's the hot dog. That's the hot dog. That's for the internet. That's for all that stuff, that the guys I say. But you want to go up and secure that thing with 2 hands, man. But I think you have to live with some of that with him. If you're going to be so excited and happy when he makes the one hand. And, he's Jordan and he's all these names that they say. He has the catch radius. Well, I think Coach Babers called him but Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
When you start doing all that, I remember I had said something about that. I remember I was like, man, he's giving him a lot of praise. I don't remember Coach Babers being like that. He usually more, poking at you a little bit, trying to, get you fired up, right? But a lot of praising to these guys. What they just call Noah, Doug Flutie. Something like that. I'm like, man, we usually don't do that. We usually make these guys earn that. I mean, and just because you had a great year last year, usually that's somebody your senior year. You had a few years we started giving you that type of credit. So I just think that just the hype, man. I think the hype and the expectations of these guys when the team has been split. They took half the guys. Some guys transferred. You took the coaches. These guys you gotta give these guys a chance to do their job.
I did not. I was out of the stadium at the time, so I didn't see the fumble. What happened on that?
The fumble, he was just running. He was getting extra yards. That game, I thought when he caught that ball and I saw him running, I said, we're just going to put this game away right here. Right here, this game is going to be put away. We're going to run it down the field and score. And he was running with the ball, had the elbow out a little bit, and he punched it. He punched it. One of the Texas Tech guy punched it with his fist right in there, and that ball was out, and it went straight right up off the ground, right into the other DB's hands.
And Glenn, you know this, that's something that they caught on film. They saw on film that he doesn't have the ball connected high and tight to his body. He kind of gets away from his body because he's using his athleticism. Yeah. I know as a running back, I used to hate tucking the ball in tight, high and tight because I knew I could be more athletic with it out. But I could not risk that fumble. It was just too important to take care of the football, and I understand the how it could change the ebbs and flow of a game. So I kept it high and tight, even though it would have been better to hold it like a baton, like I was running in track, right? But those are some of the things though that you do, when you kind of get that when coaches kind of give you that loose, it's kind of loose for you. You know what I mean? You start making those simple type of mistakes. I mean, I remember we had Derek Hall. Remember Derek Hall?
Yeah,
he was known as the ball hawk. So whenever you ran the ball in you was trying to come back to the huddle or whatever, you always had to have the ball tight. Because if you had the ball out, he would come and punch it out or knock it out, and you would have to just take off running around the field a couple times because of fumbling. And so that's the type of stuff that you have to have, I mean, around your team all the time, because you got to be thinking about ball security, because things like that happen and it could hurt you.
All right, let's go back to the phones and talk to Gary. You are on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the post-game show. Arizona falls to Texas Tech 28-22.
Well, good evening. Thanks for putting me on. And I have to say up front, I'm not a big football knowledgeable kind of person. I'm a big Wildcat fan. And, oh, my gosh, that game tonight, I was in disbelief, because we've been lucky a lot this year with some spectacular passing and catching. But one thing I noticed, and I think it's what somebody else said about the height of Noah, but he overthrew every long pass tonight. Everything with any distance on it, every throw into the end zone was madly overthrown. And I think, Texas Tech, Big 12, they come with some pretty big boys, and it's not always the weight. Sometimes it's just the height. And so that threw them off. We dropped a few, but those were also, from my perspective, I was in the north side seating, and they were overthrown. So even McMillan reaching like he normally does, he was stretched out and it was beyond his fingertips. So I think the height thing and Texas Tech flooded the middle.
Absolutely. They did.
And they had some decent coverage on the sidelines. We had, as was said, we didn't have any screens. So, I mean, they pretty much took Noah's great arm and made it look pretty bad.
Well,
and I know he's a better passer than that. McMillan's a better receiver than that. But they made it very difficult.
The one that stands out to me, in terms of what you were just saying right there, Gary, was there was on the second field goal drive in the third quarter. There was a 3rd and 10, and we talk about balls in the middle of the field, and T-Mac was coming on a cross was wide open, and he just airmailed it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that seemed to be, and it, I could see it. I was in row like 13 or something. Those guys were tall. And flooding the middle like that, Fafita he did better when he would roll and get out of the pocket. But, the line was doing what they could, but those boys were big and pushing us around a little bit. So, anyway, that was what I saw. We've had some heroics that have saved our bacon. After last week, I thought we'd figured it out, but obviously we haven't figured it out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Gary, appreciate you chiming in tonight as well. Yeah, it's a long season. I think it's going to take a few more weeks to figure it all out. And for as atrocious as we were told the Texas Tech secondary was, I'll tell you the one thing that impressed me about them was they laid some hat tonight. Them dudes were coming up and hitting pretty hard.
Very physical. I didn't want to say nothing about it before the game. about that Texas football. You go up and down that roster, you go see Texas high school football, and there's one thing the Texas boys do: they gonna hit you. They gonna fight you, and they gonna get an old fight with you. And I didn't think that they would have enough on the defensive end with all their injuries and everything to be able to compete. But at the end of the day, they came with an attitude. They came with an aggression of saying that, you know what, if we hit these guys hard enough, their arms going to get what we call alligator arms, right? Get real short. Yeah. You know, they ain't going to want to reach up there and reach out and grab them and grab those balls. Because that's one thing I always thought about, even with T-Mac. I said, man, with a guy that goes up and catch all those balls, most of the DBs can't jump as high as him. So I'm like, I would just hit him. I would just be physical. I would have my safety coming over, always giving them a problem. And you saw that today. Whenever the safety was showing up a lot of the times, he was, kind of being smart, making smart business decisions, as we call it, trying to make sure that he stay available. But it's tough out there right now for these guys, man, because we're going to have to get figured out who's the next receiver. Right now, we don't have that second receiver to cause the other teams a threat to make them get T-Mac in situations where he can be in one-on-one.
All right, guys, let's find out if we're cashing any tickets on this game here tonight between the Wildcats and Texas Tech.
How did the 1290 crew do today with their best bets? Let's find out how they did in today's pregame show. Today's best bets are brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
All right, well, we all took a loss on the line on this one. Arizona, it came down a point right before kickoff from 6.5 to 5.5. We all took Arizona and laid the 5.5, so that is a loser tonight. We all, though, did take the under on this game, which was at, 64.5, I believe, was the 63. Number on the under, and the game obviously came in at 50. So we all get one win and one loss, which means that Glenn Howe is still up by 2 points on Kelvin and I on this one. So that's your best bets for tonight.
And that's how the 1290 crew did with their best bets. Today's best bets were brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet. Our Window Depot postgame coverage of Arizona football is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Dave & Buster's Tucson, Desert Diamond Casinos, Dorado Rock, First Chiropractic, Goodfellas AC, Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Poston Results Team with Keller Williams Southern Arizona, the Window Depot, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
Do you trust those in charge of your financial future? Trust is founded on 3 core principles: competence, honesty, and benevolence. Those making decisions about your financial future should always place your best interest ahead of their own. I'm Natalie Fernandez-Lee, and at Meridian Wealth Management, fostering trusted relationships with our clients is our top priority. Call us at 719-1433 or visit meridianwealthllc.com to learn more today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' Cay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rockin' Cay is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 18 model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. LiveRockingK.com. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Make Dave & Buster's a part of your weekly rituals. Military Monday, get extra gameplay on your card. Tuesday night is Trivia Night with great prizes. Thursday is extra credit with student discounts on gameplay after 9 p.m. Stop in Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for lunch specials. Want more? Rewards members will get an extra 100 chips with the purchase of 100 chips and Sunday sips for hospitality workers. Full and quick service restaurants, hotels, and amusement parks. Discounted beverages and apps after 9 p.m. only at Dave & Buster's. JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
Make the right choice for your home when it comes to windows and doors. For more than 20 years, the Window Depot has provided the best price and biggest inventory on in-stock windows and doors. The Window Depot is open to the public, so whether you're a homeowner or a contractor, you can shop the enormous warehouse. Browse the shelves with over 1,000 vinyl windows, interior and patio doors, and skylights in several varieties and sizes available to go home today. Shop thewindowdepot.com or find a location near you. The Window Depot, best price, biggest inventory.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic offers military discounts to retired and disabled veterans. And they now accept patients with access insurance. For more information and to find the location nearest you, visit firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A football continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. A full wrap-up on today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Brett Brennan, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona football. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Checking off at the line. Play clock down to 4. Morton steps back. Here's the snap. Back to throw. Here comes the rush. Flushed out of the pocket. They almost got him. Rolling. Now he's sacked. Back inside the 10-yard line. The Wildcats did not give up on that play, and it paid off for a big loss. It'll be 4th and forever. And it was it Stanley? Yep. Wow. Big play.
Right. Stanley T, as Brent Brennan, I think, referred to him earlier this week. So I think we can call him Stanley T, but it's Stanley Tuolfo, and second sack in 2 games for Stanley since coming into that defensive tackle position for the injured Chuba Maye. So, but a nice performance by that young man once again to get another big sack on his resume. The defense, again, brought it, except for that last drive when they got gashed by Taj Brooks, who had another outstanding game. We talked about Taj Brooks early on, and when you've got a good running back like that, you got to figure that he's going to get one eventually, and he got it late, a 32-yard touchdown. 21 carries, 128 yards, 3 touchdowns for Taj Brooks. Guys, what did you just kind of think of it? I mean, they bottled him up. I mean, it was kind of like last week's game, I thought, with with the kid from Utah.
Yeah.
Micah Bernard, I think it was. Micah Bernard, where, he never really broke a big one. He had 90 yards at the end of it, and that was kind of where Brooks was before he got that last big run.
Yeah, there was one drive there he was just getting 5 and then getting 6 and then getting 7. He was just getting, yards. He was getting him going, which I thought we should have done with Conley. I thought we should have done that and just if we're going to play ugly, let's play ugly too. They were playing ugly on us. They wanted just to shorten the game down. And we should have done the same thing. We wanted to throw the ball. I thought we should have ran the ball more. That's what I thought. Just because we weren't really doing good in the pass game.
Well, it's that right there is right now is a different in philosophies, because when you hear that coach talk about Brooks, the head coach talk about Brooks, all you kept hearing him say, we got to get him going.
Yeah.
We got to get him going. And what he understood was that if you keep hammering and hammering and hammering on that defense, it's going to knock a hole through, and big runs are going to happen toward the end of the game. We always say in the first half, everybody's tough. And in that third and fourth quarter, we find out who the real man is. And a lot of times it's up to the coaches to continue to call those plays to, one, control the clock, control the pace of the game, and two, that physical presence that always have you having an extra eye in the backfield, opening up and giving your receivers a little more room to operate. And I was saying, they passed the ball 29 times and they ran the ball 27 times. So you didn't know which one was coming. That keeps you on your heels.
Yeah, and that gets the lineman confident. I mean, when I was playing full time, at O-line and JC, when they used to run, they run sweep, they run counter, they run, dive, they run, because you know what that was telling the coach? He said, we believe in you. We want to, we let's go. We're going to ride you tonight, big fellas, and we used to love that.
And let me cut you off.
Like, let's go.
And right now, what we're doing, we're riding the quarterback.
Yeah.
We're not riding the offensive line. And I said, in the difference between Conley and in this back is 4 years. One back been at the school for 4 years, and they're riding their guy.
Yeah.
And this is a transfer, and you're not quite you haven't gave him the keys, because really Merritt was the starting running back for you, So I still think we're figuring out that running back position. I mean, Speedy Luke is out of there, Merritt's out of there. So what is the game plan for those guys? What is the what is the percentage of plays you actually really want to give into the running game?
Yeah, and you look at Ricino only had 10 carries, man. He didn't get a chance. Both of them didn't get a chance to get going. Get somebody going.
Well, I mean, he had a combined 24 between the two of them. I mean, what's a good number there?
I think a good number, 30 at least. And I think Conley should have had at least 20-something.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's hear from the players after this game tonight. Noah Fafita and Dalton Johnson spoke to the media after a 28-22 loss to the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
So Noah, why do you think the offense struggled tonight?
Continue to take responsibility for that. It's my job to get our offense going, to get us in a rhythm and keep us in a rhythm. So I feel like every time we got something going, I want to make a mistake or two that stalls the drive, so I take full responsibility.
And what's your message to T-Mac after that fumble there at the end?
Oh, that's not on him. I made 2 mistakes. I mean, way more than 2 mistakes, but 2 turnovers that put us in that position. So just kind of telling him he's one of the main reasons we were in that position in the first place offensively. He got a lot of drives going for us, and then obviously the high caliber player he is. So just continuing to tell him to keep his head up, just trying to get this offense going.
Noah, you've thrown at least one pick in every game this year today, or 2 for the first time in your career. One was a tip ball, so that happens, but Do you feel like you're forcing the issue sometimes? You're not seeing things? What do you think is accounting for it?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to do too much at times, trying to force things when I don't need to. So I take full responsibility. I just got to make better decisions, and it's my job to kind of get this offense going. So it's on me.
Dalton, what can you say about the defense tonight and how you guys were able to keep your team in the game?
Yeah, there was a lot of changes in momentum. A lot of sudden, turnarounds. But I think we responded well. Besides one of those, before half, wish we could, get that back, but it happened. But I think the guys, came out definitely in the second half, with a different edge. We just gotta finish.
And how much do you think those takeaways in the second half kind of sparked you guys?
It creates mo, gets it going, creates that spark. That was an emphasis from Coach B this week. So we were trying to hunt the ball, get takeaways.
They had the long pass play there at the end of the first half. I think they had 1st and 20, pretty far in their own territory. Did that play catch you guys off by surprise a little bit? Maybe thought they were going to run out the clock?
Nah, it just comes down to technique. Our corner was pressing on, I think it was 2nd and 20. So, we just got to know to be off on that, not much time left and that long of a down and distance, just play off and, so it just goes back to details, cleaning them up.
Are you on the field goal block team?
Mm-hmm.
Were you on the field when they did the 2-point?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What happened on that play?
I think they just caught us off guard. We were kind of just, standing up and, not ready. So, yeah, they got us on that. We'll clean that up. Yeah.
Noah, Quality had his biggest receiving day of the season, and obviously he was down and on the ground. How important is it to get him involved in the receiving game for this offense?
It's huge because that just adds another element to his game. He's a special player. He runs extremely hard, very competitive, and it seems like every time we needed to play, he was the one that was kind of making them. So being able to he has really good hands for a running back, so being able to just get him the ball in space in different ways is very beneficial.
Noah, Coach Whalen was just in here, and he said that he thought maybe the offense was running too much scheme. Some of us didn't really know what he meant by that, and then he said later that, well, maybe there's too many plays, maybe we got the wrong guy in there running the wrong play. What do you think maybe he meant by too much scheme?
I think Coach B just trying to take responsibility as just the kind of guy he is, that's the leader he is. But that's on me. That's our players are just kind of that's the work that we got to do during the week to be mentally prepared. I think Coach Atkins, Coach Babers, and company did a really good job calling plays as it comes down to me and our offense executing.
After the Kansas State game, there was a lot of talk about how beneficial it was to have that week off to kind of regroup and figure things out. Are you happy, though, that you don't have a week off and can get right back to it with a game like this rather than have that extra time?
Yes, sir, definitely, because we get to dive right back into the little details while this feeling is fresh. So right back to work starting tomorrow.
For both you guys, as leaders of this team, what's your message to the guys moving forward?
Clean up our details. Anyone can be anyone in college football, so we got to come out with an edge every day and just, be ready to let it all loose, just have each other's back and just take it one day at a time. Let's roll, Got a lot of football left.
What about you, Noah?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's going to be hard to watch this film, but you got to watch it, got to learn from it, clean up the little details, get back to just doing our job, doing the little things, and it's on to the next.
So I know it wasn't the results you wanted, but every time you go out there knowing that you had a chance because the defense was really having your back, what confidence does that give you every time you go out?
Yes, we got so much confidence in our defense. They're the sole reason we were in the game in the first place. Holding that team, that's an explosive offense. I think they averaged 40 points or something, so being able to hold them to 28 and get turnovers for us on our side of the 50, we got to do. I mean, we're the reason we lost, so we take full responsibility for that offensively. We got to get better, but I mean, that just goes to show the type of defense we have and the type of team we have.
You guys looked refreshed after the bye week against Utah. What do you guys think you need to do to go against the upcoming BYU game?
It's an away game. It's going to be a hostile environment. It just falls back on, it's about us. We just got to have each other's backs. just go to work, clean up details, don't worry about it too much, just have fun. It's a game at the end of the day. Just do it for the man next to you.
Dalton, how do you think guys like Owen and Genesis came in and impacted the game?
Yeah, start off with Genesis. He's a baller. He's a young guy, and he loves to be out there. I think he did a great job in Utah and today. He's ready for that role. He's accepted it. And Owen came in, didn't miss a beat. He's super locked in at practice, and I think it showed today in the game. He did well.
It's really hard in college football to be at your best every single week. You see teams like Alabama beats Georgia one week and loses to Vanderbilt the next, and you guys beat Utah and now you lose today. Did you get any sense at all during the week that guys weren't as focused as they needed to be, or that the team's mindset wasn't in the right place?
Me personally, I'm going to say no. I felt like we had a great week of practice. And everyone knows, look what we did last week. We beat number 10 Utah. It's like anyone can beat anyone. So we definitely weren't, complacent this week. Someone just got away from us.
All right, that was Noah Fafita and Dalton Johnson after the ball game tonight. A 28-22 loss for the Arizona Wildcats to the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Noah finished 28-49. 301 yards, no touchdown passes, threw a pair of picks in the game. One that was tipped, as you heard there. The other one he threw in the end zone into double coverage trying to get to his guy, Tetaroa McMillan. Dalton Johnson on the defensive side for the Arizona Wildcats led the team in tackles with 8 and forced a fumble in the ball game as well. The Wildcats forced 2 fumbles. They had 2 takeaways, but Texas Tech had 3 and converted their 3 into 18 points, and they win it by 6 tonight to go to 3-0 in Big 12 conference play. It's Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. The post-game show will take your calls at 520-848-1290. Much more still ahead. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot post-game coverage of Arizona football rolls on. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The post-game show is brought to you by Broadway in Tucson, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, Drain Medics, First Choice Pools, Goldberg and Osborne, The Injury Lawyers, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Lexus of Tucson, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Recon Auto Detail, Right Way Heating, Cooling and Plumbing, Rocking KA Master Plan Community designed by nature. Showtime Sports Cards, Tucson Police Department, University Termite and Pest Control, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
For 100 years, O'Reilly Chevrolet has been part of the fabric of Tucson, just as our Chevy trucks are part of the fabric of America. With that in mind, we're proud to announce it's officially truck season. And this year we have Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the all-new Chevy Colorado. Test drive your new Chevy truck on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or check out our entire lineup at O'Reilly.com. Don't miss truck season, going on now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Don't hold back. Just dive right in. This is Desert Diamond. The round-the-clock, off-the-charts, over-the-top spectacle that puts a shine on any day, anytime. The tables are hot to the touch. The slots are spinning winners every day. And the point spreads are yours for the taking. So go ahead. Live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino. Visit ddcaz.com.
An enterprise of the Donna Ogden Nation.
Hi, this is Peter Costa, former governor of the New York Stock Exchange and proud member of the Advisory Business Council with Meridian Wealth Management. One thing I've learned over 40 years on the floor is the value of a trusting relationship with your financial advisor. After all, everyone is a genius when the markets are going up, but when they drop, that's when the guidance of a professional is most important. For more information about Meridian, call 719-1433 or visit online at meridianwealthllc.com.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
My drains are clogged again. What should I do?
Don't let those clogged drains scare you. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has a $79 drain and faucet diagnostic service special. We'll get you back in the flow. Call us at 520-492-0748 or picturoxcooling.com.
Picturox Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Go Wildcats! As the new season starts, the Tucson Police Department bears down with the Tucson community. We are looking to build our team, and we need you. Interested in joining our starting lineup? Visit jointucsonpd.org. Join our team and score a great career. From our commissioned officers to our professional staff, Tucson Police Department proudly stands behind the Arizona Wildcats. Bear down and apply today at jointucsonpd.org.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto, professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066. Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
The Window Depot is more than a window store. The Window Depot is a one-stop warehouse with everything you need for your complete home remodel. Shop the aisles of pre-built cabinets in a variety of colors, granite and quartz countertops, sinks, skylights, and hardware to complete your project. Need a custom order? We can help. Our designers offer free design services and can special order everything you need for your kitchen or bathroom remodel today. Shop thewindowdepot.com or find a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Our Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Ifan.
Going for the corner, and it is intercepted. Was he inbounds? Yes. Picked off near corner of the end zone, and the Red Raiders will take over. Second interception thrown by Fafita tonight. McMillan, the intended man, passed well beyond him. And boy, again, the Wildcats had a drive going, and they turned it over.
Yeah, it was one of those two interceptions by Noah Fafita tonight, and the Wildcats lost 28-22 at the hands of the Texas Tech Red Raiders. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program. We will be going past 2 o'clock today. How far past that remains to be seen. We'll head back to the stadium a little bit later and hear from the head coach, Brent Brennan, get his post-game thoughts after the loss in the Big 12 home opener. Let's go back to the phones right now and hear from Jimmy. You're on Wildcats Radio 1290, the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show.
Hey, was Brent Brennan a cheerleader at one point?
I don't think so.
Because he sure does act like one, especially wearing what's the purpose of that necklace that he wears anyway? What's that all about?
You mean the lei?
Yeah.
He's gifted that by family members of the players. We've discussed that before.
What
Jimmy.
is this, the Aloha Bowl or something?
No, it's not the Aloha Bowl, Jimmy.
Because he looks pretty stupid wearing those leis, man.
All right, well, appreciate your comment on that, Jimmy. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's review our keys to the game and what we thought the Wildcats needed to do to win over the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Our keys to the game are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different. The dealership that is different.
All right, we'll start with my keys today.
Well, I think you got to definitely hold this team down offensively. If they get to the 40-point mark, you're in trouble because they don't lose when they get to 40 points. They are 10-0 since Joey Maguire took over when they score 40 points. So my one key is hold them under 40, and even better, hold them under 30. But I think you're going to have to be balanced in this thing tonight. I know, yes, you got to run the ball to control this thing, but as we heard the guy say from the Lubbock Journal, this defensive backfield is atrocious. So I think there's going to be opportunities in this passing game tonight. I'd like to see this offense get Tetsuo McMillan going. I think he needs that for his psyche to go up and put up a good game tonight, whether that's 7-8 catches and 100+ yards. I'd like to see that for T-Mac in this ball game tonight. And again, it's going to be the oars. We're down to 2 oars now. Quali Connolly and Ricino. Kedrick Ricino. I'd like to see them combine to put up 150 yards on the ground, like you said. Establish that from the run side here tonight. Have a good opportunity to get out of here with a victory over the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Well, we did some of that stuff. We held Texas Tech under 40, under 30, 28 points. That should have been good enough to win tonight. T-Mac had his good game, 161 yards receiving on 8 catches, second best game this season for T-Mac. Didn't quite get to that 150, as we had discussed early with Connolly and Ricino. They combined for 117. But once again, I think the big thing here, guys, and we haven't really talked about this yet tonight, is the conversion downs. 3rd down and 4th down, 4 of 16, 4 of 16 between 3rd down and 4th down. I mean, this was just a bad game on conversion downs for both teams. I mean, these two teams combined to go 6 for 27 on 3rd and 4th down in this game. And if you can't move the chains, if you can't get those big plays on 3rd down, that's why you end up kicking, how many? They tried 5 field goals in this game and got 4 of them. That's what happens. Let's hear Glenn's keys.
My keys to the game is we're going to have to run the ball. We got to make sure that we keep them that offense off the field. And you know what? We may have to win this game, not throw the ball as much. Just rely on our run, pass when we have to, get some long drives. I like the 8-minute drives, the 7-minute drives. I like that. Then we're going to have to put pressure on the quarterback. We got to put pressure on if we put pressure on the quarterback, we will get picks.
Well, the Wildcats had a 5-minute drive in the first half that resulted in a field goal. They had 3 drives between 4 and 5 minutes in the second half that resulted in a touchdown and a field goal, but nothing past only 1 drive past 5 minutes in this game.
Yeah, we didn't run the ball enough. I thought we should have ran the ball more. Like I said, we should have had at least 20. I think Conley should have had at least 20 plus carries because he was just getting going.
Yeah,
a couple times, and then boom, he shut down. They're throwing the ball. He just got 5, 6. Then they would go and throw it downfield.
That's the one thing that sometimes when you over game plan, everybody was talking about how bad their DBs were.
Yeah.
And their DBs showed up today.
Yeah, exactly.
We were kind of trying to attack them, and it didn't work.
Yep.
It didn't work at all.
They had a great double team on T-Mac, though. They did a great job.
And they had the guys with the size and the athleticism to make it tough on them.
All right, let's hear Kelvin's keys.
I think anytime you're playing a big back, 5'10", 230, you have to get to him early and get a few bodies to him, gang tackle him, and get him down. So I think tackling is going to be huge in this game. I also think we have to take care of the football on the offensive side of the ball. We don't want to give them the ball and give them opportunities to get points and get themselves going and to get that running back going. And I also believe in a special teams game, we have to make sure we don't give up any big returns. We don't need to give these guys no opportunity to feel good about themselves, no confidence builders.
Well, we didn't do that, but again, the turnovers, and that was one of the things coming in that we had kind of discussed that they kind of write their ticket on is their ability to take away the football from other teams, and they did that once again tonight. And not only did they take away the football, but they turned that into points, and that's the big thing when you can take away the football and get 18 points from that.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
We only get 6 on turnovers. That's not good.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We've got, we had a comment here from Facebook that I'll read. Ruben Morales checks in on Facebook. He says, we need consistency from coaches, players, and fans. He said, hey, fellas, tonight was an example of why we play the game instead of just handing the game over to somebody. I agree that we had no recognizable game plan. We had no toys to finish drives and score touchdowns. I'm not sure if that's the word he was looking there for, toys. I don't know if you can use toys to score touchdowns. But our defense carried the water for the most part of the game, but we need some way to score. That's Ruben checking in.
And I was going to say, DK, I remember I was listening to Coach Babers talk about Trung running down and basically at the 5. You see how important that was of having a back, an offensive line that you trust, that when they're in the 3rd and shorts, I never remember us being in the 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 and Coach Tommy didn't say, Kelvin up the middle. The other team knew what we were doing. Yeah. Everybody knew our formations. It doesn't matter.
We ran it because
we're just going to do what it do because
that's what we do.
Because we know our personnel that we have. So it's just valuable having people that you trust to have that ball in their hands in those situations, because that's where you get those different outcomes in the red zone. I guarantee you go back and look in our time when we was in the red zone, we probably had a 90% conversion rate down there, getting scores for sure.
I was just, again, you had a 4th and 1, and my whole thing was quarterback sneak there. I mean, that's an easy quarterback sneak.
And you
for
don't want
1
to do
yard
that with
because
a little quarterback.
Because the linebacker wasn't even really up on the line. It's like you can't quarterback sneak and Noah fall over and get a first down there.
I don't think I ever seen him do a quarterback sneak. Have you?
No.
I'm talking about even with our guy with their favorite guy, Fish. I don't remember seeing him do a quarterback sneak. So, that's kind of out the picture. I would have definitely I would have brought the fullback in there, either handed it to him, or I would have put the fullback in there and the tailback and try to go up in there. But again, that's one of those things when you say that, DK. Coach Tommy did that, and then the people would go crazy. Oh, we just ran it up the middle. Oh, we should be trying to do some 4 or 5 receiver out type of thing and run a screen or something. Then we'll say, well, why did they try to go sideways? So it's just one of those things that where you got to have players that just go out and make you right.
How about this note right here, guys? We were just talking about Texas Tech and their turnovers and how they turned all 3 of those into 18 points. They've gotten points on their last 9 takeaways now this season. That's pretty impressive. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We'll have much more straight ahead. It's Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. We'll check the scoreboard. We had a big upset in college football today, as well as we'll hear from the head coach, Brent Brennan. More straight ahead. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290. My name is David Kelly. I've got Kelvin Ifan. I've got Glenn Howe. And it is technically still my birthday in the United States because it is only, I believe, 11 for 10:46 in Hawaii. So we'll have Priscilla singing me happy birthday in 5 languages straight ahead. All that coming up. Stay with us. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day postgame show at Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hi, this is Tim Couch, retired NFL quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, partner at Meridian Wealth Management, and proud member of Meridian's Tucson Advisory Business Council. It's my favorite time of year, college football season. I've always been a proud Wildcat. As our firm has grown in Tucson with Ruben and Natalie Fernandez, I now cheer on 2 Wildcats every year. My alma mater of Kentucky, of course, and our U of A Cats. Here's to a great football season, and go Cats.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion. Come out to Dave & Buster's, the best place outside of the stadium to see the games this football season. Monday and Thursday, get all-you-can-eat wings with game card for $19.99. Sunday, get in on the chance to win a big game watch party at Dave & Buster's in front of the big screen. Plus other big prizes and weekly winners. Join them now through October 22nd, all day, every day. They'll be offering $5 22-ounce drafts only at Dave & Buster's. Make Dave & Buster's your place to watch the games.
2025 is bringing the biggest change to air conditioning in decades. New EPA regulations mean AC costs could rise by up to 25%. If you've been thinking about replacing your old AC, now's the time. Rightway is offering zero interest financing and a free furnace when you replace your AC this month. Don't wait till next year when prices go up. Call Rightway today for your free no obligation estimate. Call 520-549-2697.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 35 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees. Bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including Tucson and Sierra Vista, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 five-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE EAGLE.
Honey, our yard's full of weeds. Looks like a jungle and the neighbors are complaining.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of them, but the product I'm using, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Not to mention, I don't have the time.
But it's not just weeds.
It's not?
No, I'm seeing ants.
Ants?
Yeah, and spiders.
Ooh, spiders.
I know, and I think I saw a scorpion.
No way.
Yes way, and there's a pack rat in our garage.
Ew. Okay, I'll call University Termite and Pest Control today. We'll get rid of all of them.
Okay, honey, thank you.
University Termite and Pest Control, locally owned. Find them online at bepestfree.com.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rockin' K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer-installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
Our window depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Efon.
Infield back, double play depth, and the pitch swung on, hit high, hit deep to left, away back, goal! Lane Thomas in his first at bat as a Cleveland Guardian in postseason. Pounds one into the bleachers and left. A 3-run home run. A 5-run first inning.
Well, at least there was one good thing that happened on my birthday. The Tribe won 7-0 over the Detroit Tigers. Old Nathan Witchers over there at the Arizona basketball department. He's a Tiger fan. So sorry about that, Nate. Game 2 on Monday. Dodgers won tonight. Mets won again. And the Yankees won. All game ones in the division series. We'll have all your college football scores coming up for you a little bit later as well. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. 520-848-1290. Still a lot to get to tonight. We'll hear from Brent Brennan, his post-game thoughts a little bit straight ahead. Priscilla is going to sing me happy birthday in 5 languages. We will have that as well. But right now, we're going to go back to the phones and chat with our guy, Doug in Tucson. Doug, you're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Gameday, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hey, man. Hey, happy birthday for 7 more minutes in Hawaii, DK.
Actually, I think it's over an hour because I think it's only 10.
Is it?
I think it's
Okay.
only 10:53 in Hawaii.
All right, cool. All right,
still got
it's a
some
very
time.
specific happy birthday
There you go.
wishes for you. But and also congrats to Cleveland because I've kind of followed them from afar with Tito, and even going back to like when Kenny Lofton was there, and I've got a warm spot in my heart for them. And I was going to ask you, like, you guys are still allowed to call them the Tribe?
I call them the Tribe. I don't know if we're allowed to. I think
Yeah.
the club would probably frown upon me saying that, but I'm my own person.
Right.
How about this, Doug? Let me tell you this story real quick. Today was the 5th time in history that the Indians have had, or the Guardians, whatever you want to call them, the Tribe, they've had a game on my birthday, and they are now 4-1 with 4 straight wins. But how about this part of the story? They have played on my birthday, my 30th birthday in 1997, and they won. My 40th birthday in 2007, and they won. And my 50th birthday in 2017, and they won. So they have won they've won 4 in a row now on my birthday, and they've played all 3 on my last 3 milestone birthdays. So I just need them to make the postseason again in 2027 for the big 6-0.
You just need to call MLB and have them stretch out this series to like only play on October 5th, right?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Well, good luck to them the rest of the way. That's exciting. As far as the football game goes, I think Tucson has some good reason to feel salty because we did have pretty high expectations on this year, and there's still a lot of football to be played, as we've all talked about. Things could go several different ways. My dad was a stockbroker for a little while, and he used to look at all the charts and graphs, and he would sit there on the bed on a Sunday morning and look at all the newspaper graphs, and after like 3 hours of analysis, he'd say, "You know what, Doug? I think this stock is either going to go up, down, or stay the same." And that's kind of how I feel.
You can't lose with those options.
Right. I just don't know what to expect. Because it all comes down to execution, I think, at the end of the day. Well, it's not just execution. It's also the game plan. And that's where I just continue to scratch my head about some of the offensive play calling or decision-making by the quarterback. I don't know. But I've been beating this drum, and we've already had callers that called in and talked about it, but like going for the home run ball when you really don't need it. And it's kind of funny because the Utah game was such a thrilling win for us, but how did we score that clinching drive when we were pinned down deep in our own territory? We had a 3rd and 11 twice on that drive, right?
Mm-hmm.
One was a bomb. It was 3rd and 11. You need to pick up 12 or more yards, right? But you don't have to go for 40 yards. But we did, right? And we went to help me out, Devin
Hyatt.
Thank you. Yeah. Right. And then another 3rd and 11, I think it was, and we hit the tight end at the back of the end zone. That's pretty awesome. But at some point, you can kind of fall in love with that. It becomes fool's gold because those are high risk plays, high reward, but also damaging if they don't convert. And especially just coming down with like under 6 minutes to go in tonight's game, and it just seemed like glaring to everybody, me and everybody around me, that we should be running the play clock down inside 5 seconds, not snapping it with 18 seconds on the play clock. Just have the whole line just stand there and just talk about what you ate for lunch. Just don't even get down in your stance. Run that clock down, and that's game management. And then we're moving the ball. Just keep it on the ground. Why do we have to try the bombs? And so many of our pass attempts were fades. And I just feel like those have to almost be timed perfectly. You got to just outstretch, and to Tech's credit, they did, sting us really badly on one of their fade passes toward the end there. But you've got to just get that timing perfect. And I just want to see I mean, I just remember like the Mike Thomas slot receiver game, where you hit a guy in stride over the middle, or even, it doesn't have to be right over the middle, but hit him between the numbers. It doesn't have to be like fade it over the defender and drop it into the basket. So I just think that just seems glaring to me. And I don't know if that's Noah being sort of empowered to make those decisions on the fly, or if the booth is actually calling for those. What do you think?
Well, I know for a fact when you call a pass plays, you have several options, and you can lock in on the option, or you can find the open guy. And a lot of times, when you've been praised for throwing up a lot of balls to T-Mac and T-Mac making amazing plays, you tend to go back to it. I mean, you got. I mean, they're famous for it right now, right? Ain't that the reason why we know both of those guys?
Yes, you get addicted to it.
You get addicted to it. I mean, and you always think. I mean, they always say that these guys played together ever since Pop Warner in high school. They go back to it. They always go back to it. Whenever it gets tight, they feel like, man, you're gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go back to my guy. I'm gonna go to the guy that I trust, who I've been playing with forever. But what he has to understand, what the T-Mac has to understand, because I'm sure a lot of those jump balls come from T-Mac giving Noah that look like, hey, hey,
right,
hey, you know where your bread is buttered. Throw it up. I don't care. Throw it up and I'm going to make a play. And they've been so successful and got to this point where they got commercials and all kind of stuff, man. So it's hard all of a sudden not to play that way when that's the way you've been successful.
Yeah. Besides middle school and high school and college, you know where else those two play together? NCAA 25 video game, right? and over the summer, when the game came out, all the players, I believe, got a copy of the game, and they all got to sit around in the dorms and the apartments and just play. And I don't know about you guys. I've never been a big video game guy. Maybe back in the early 80s, I was playing Frogger on my Atari. That's about it. But I do remember once in a while when I would play like the NBA game, and it was just like you cross half court, you're launching a three, and see if you can get that. He's on fire, right? And with football, it's kind of the same thing. Like, hey, let's just try a bomb. Hey, let's try another bomb. And just go routes, go.
And the one thing that I thought that
real life, they're going to look for that.
And I thought the one thing that Fish did a good job of was that he loved to throw the bomb too. You know that. He loved to throw that thing up there. But one thing that he did real good was he came back and he threw the screens. He forced the screens. He made sure, because he didn't really like to run the ball a lot either. But he didn't mind coming down and checking down into the screens, and it was basically call plays from the sideline that basically forced him to get the ball to Cowing and to play from there. We had some screens today, but it was more to the running backs, right? To Conley. I think he ended up catching like 6 or 7 balls that was basically screen plays or whatever, but didn't really gain big yards after of it. But I just think it's a thing, man. When I look at a quarterback getting 39 throws?
Yep.
That's
49.
49.
Yeah,
49
Conley
throws.
had 7 catches for 39 yards.
That's putting it in the quarterback's hands. Yeah. You ask me, giving him a chance to make decisions on where he wants to throw the ball. That's one thing. It's one thing for the coach to call the plays. It's another thing that where the quarterback actually goes with the football. And a lot of times, the only way I remember last year, we were kind of in that situation, and the guy got hurt. And that's how we got a chance to see the other guy. And then Noah did basically everything what Fish wanted, because you're the second guy and you're afraid that the coach will go with somebody else, right? And so now Noah's the guy, and he gets a chance that he has the keys and he has a chance to play and do the things that he thinks and throw the ball where he thinks is going to be effective to help this team win. And hopefully they get it together, man, and get some video, because I don't think it's ever going to be a good situation for us to be throwing 49 times.
No, I don't think so. If I could, David, do you mind if I just read a quick clip from the newspaper from last week?
Sure.
It's pretty short. Yep. So this is from Michael Lev in the Tucson.com Daily Star, or Arizona Daily Star. And he wrote, the Wildcats, against Utah, the Wildcats had pass plays of 15-plus yards. 3 pass plays of 15-plus yards. 6 run plays of 10-plus yards, okay? Those 9 plays accounted for most of the yards. I won't go with every number. Okay, so those 9 plays averaged 25.2 yards a play. But the other 52 plays we ran averaged 2.5 yards a play.
Mm-hmm.
Against New Mexico, we had 17 big plays that averaged 30 yards per play, but the other 40 only produced 2.8. And then against NAU, we had 9 big plays that averaged 26 yards a play, but the other 46 we were only 2.8. So what you're getting the picture here, and it's probably about the same tonight, is that it's feast or famine. It's feast or famine. You're going for the short run, you're going for the dump off pass, or you're going for the bomb. And I just think there needs to be a lot more balance. We had Tanner McLaughlin last year. I mean, we've used the tight ends a little bit, and I thought with Matt Atkins taking over the play calling duties that maybe we'd see more of that, and maybe we will over the course of the year. But you have to keep the defense on off balance a little bit more. So I just think that some of these guys, maybe they're falling in love with the video game style of college football, and I just think it's on the coaches to rein that in. I do want to just give mad props to Tyler Luke. I mean, 5 made field goals today, and he tried that onside kick, and I thought we might have had a chance to get something, to get a shot at it. That would have been pretty dramatic if we had the ball in our hands with less than a minute to go. But I mean, you got to give him credit, whether it's a win or a loss. He's really the man out there.
He is 47-40, 30-37, and 52 at the end to give them at least an opportunity, like you said, for that onside kick and a chance to potentially have an opportunity to win the game in the end. But it was not to be tonight, 28-22. Doug, we always appreciate your call. Oh, those are some great. Now, Michael Lev is like he can come up with those stats.
Oh yeah,
he
definitely digs deep on the numbers.
He does indeed that.
Well, what bothers me is that those numbers were publicized before this week's game,
right?
And then I felt like we still fell into that same pattern.
Yeah,
so,
well,
I think we're going to be a better team if we can mix it up a little bit more.
I still, again, they're where I thought they would be at the 5-game mark. I know we want to see them play better. I still think that there's wins down the stretch on the back end of this schedule. But again, it's a wide open conference. We're seeing a lot of crazy things happen. So you're going to have to play better than what we've seen these last 3 games. Even with the win last week, like you said, it's still kind of a feast or famine type situation with this offense, and you want to see some more consistency.
And the conference is kind of upside down from the media picks, because you look at a team like West Virginia who clobbered Oklahoma State today.
Right.
You've got BYU looking, like their old selves, even though they were picked to finish toward the bottom.
ASU was picked to finish 16th.
I was going to say, unfortunately, that other school is they've got a better record than us right now. I think aren't they 4-1 or something?
Yeah, and Kansas was what, 1-4 overall now, something like that.
Right, they're bad, and then Houston got their first win. Plus, remember, they barely lost at Oklahoma. So as bad as they seem to be, they can jump up and bite you on any given day. So, and you've got I don't remember the entire schedule, Cincinnati, and I don't know, but you just can't take anything for granted. We just have to worry about ourselves and be better.
There you go. Doug, appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, guys. Bear down. Thanks.
All right. Doug in Tucson. Before we get to my birthday in 5 languages, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Arizona Game Day, the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. You are listening to Tucson's home of the NFL. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Yeah, and our NFL coverage is not that far away. We'll be starting our NFL coverage at 4:30, just 2.5 hours from now, because there is a game which starts at 6:30 in London, the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings, and we will carry that game right here on Wildcats Radio 1290, so you'll hear that game. All right, we are joined by the 4th member of our team tonight. Her name is Priscilla. Priscilla is one of the new members of our team. She speaks 5. What language? You speak 5 languages, Priscilla. What languages do you speak?
So I'm going to sing first, and then you guys can guess.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a contest. I like contests. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
That was easy one. Cumpleaños feliz. Cumpleaños feliz. Cumpleaños feliz, DK. Cumpleaños feliz. And then happy birthday.
Wait.
That was Espanol.
Yeah.
Spanish?
Yes,
That's what I was going to get. Spanish. Okay, so we got
Happy
one.
birthday to you.
Oh, man,
This
that-
one.
yeah.
Happy birthday
I don't know if I recognize
to
this one.
you. Happy birthday to you, DK. Happy birthday to you.
Okay,
That's
let me
good old
take
English.
a wild guess.
Okay.
Is that English? That's
Yes.
English. Okay, all right. We're 2 for 2 now. 2 for 2.
Joyeux anniversaire. Joyeux anniversaire. Joyeux anniversaire, DK. Joyeux anniversaire.
That's French.
Is that French?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Smart
Glenn
over there.
Howe, ladies and gentlemen.
Mbotama et l'amour. Mbotama et l'amour. Mbotama
That's Tagalog.
et l'amour. DK. Mbotama et l'amour.
DK travels in any
Tagalog?
language.
The
Is that
Tagalog?
Dutch?
Almost.
French?
No.
I mean,
No.
Filipino?
No.
No.
That one's the African language.
Oh.
Okay.
I
From
knew that.
Congo.
I just didn't know
The
which
Congo.
one.
Yeah.
From
Oh,
Congo.
From Congo. Okay. there we go.
DRC. And the last one is Lambs as 11, Lambs as 11, Lambs as 11 in the Gloria, in the Gloria, in the Gloria. IPP, c'est hurrah.
Oh, I don't know that one. Nigerian?
Dutch.
Dutch.
There we
That's
go.
Dutch.
Yes.
Dutch.
You got
That's
it.
Dutch.
IPP, hurrah.
The Dutch.
Yeah, I missed the Dutch one by 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. That's
They ain't got
it.
4 of them.
Outstanding.
But I got English. I got that one. I had the Spanish too because I heard Felice in there. I heard Felice in there. I was like,
Well, that is absolutely awesome, Priscilla. Thank you so much. I'm very impressed. How long did it take you to learn all 5 of those languages?
So I just had English and Spanish, but I was raised with Lingala, French, and Dutch.
Okay. All right. And she's a grad student over at the U of A.
Yeah.
Tell the people what you're studying.
Journalism.
Journalism. Okay. Well, we'll try not to screw you up on that.
Yeah.
If you want to reach Priscilla with story ideas, please reach out to her, priscilla.mungwa@cumulus.com. That's her email. Thank you very much, Priscilla. Gentlemen, final thoughts before we let you fly out of here tonight.
They got to get together, man. They got to find that offense. That offense got to get together. And we got to find the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Find the middle of the field. And, I think they'll figure it out. And, it's going to be just like an Arizona Wildcat team. We'll probably win next week.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, man, let's take some of the pressure off the quarterback, man, and the receiving and the receivers. Let's run the ball, man. We got these big offensive linemen, big tough guys. Those guys are built for running the ball, man. Let's give those guys a chance to line up and knock some guys back. Let's give these running backs a chance. We got 215-pound running backs. Let's give these guys a chance to run the ball, man, and make it a little easier on the offense for sure.
All right, we will talk to you, Kelvin, on Thursday. Good luck to your Cowboys against the Steelers tonight. You'll hear that game also with Ryan Radke, the U of A grad, right here on Wildcats Radio 1290, starting around 5:20. Huh?
You gonna get some of your cake?
Well, I mean, I can't eat it now. I'm on the air, but I will definitely have some cake.
I even got a candle on it.
Oh, so you want to light it up? You want to? Okay, so light it up, and I'll
Hold
come.
on.
You got to bring it over here.
Hold on.
And then I can blow out the candle.
See that?
Oh man. Oh wow, geez, you have to put those big numbers. Did you really have to put those big numbers on there?
I got 57 on there, and I even got brought a lighter.
It's my Clay Matthews birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
Clay, it's falling.
5 is like
it's
falling down.
Man, yeah, just like me falling over, trying to walk up the stairs at the stadium at 57.
A lighter.
Said the 5 have had a few
Oh,
drinks.
boy. The 5 that had a few
5 had a few drinks.
See, I even got a lighter, too.
Ooh, man. All right. Glenn Howe's going to light the candles on there. Don't set the building on. Don't burn down the building now. We won't have anywhere to come to work on Monday.
See,
I almost
you
burned
know
myself.
You know you need that long one.
Yeah, exactly. You need that long one that you use to light the grill with.
Right.
Yeah.
Stand that thing up.
Glenn Howe, ladies and gentlemen, trying to light candles on the show. This is a first. Glenn Howe trying to light candles and not being. You can always take the candle out of the cake, light it, and put it back in. Oh, there we go.
There it is, right there.
Yeah. Make sure Priscilla, she's a social media, so make
and
sure she gets a picture of it.
I don't know if she knows this one. I'm gonna sing this one for.
Oh.
Happy birthday to ya.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Who sang that? Who sang that song? That's a classic. That is a classic song from the day. Back in the neighborhood for sure. All right, now Glenn is coming around the corner here. Oh, I think. Oh, it came. All right, here we go.
Hey.
All right. 57. There we go. All right. I think I got 3 more years and 60, and I might call it quits after that. All right, fellas, appreciate you. Love you guys. We'll talk to Glenn on Tuesday for a breakdown. We'll talk to Kelvin on Thursday to get you set for BYU next Saturday. We're going to be at Corbett's early. It's going to be a real early next week. We talk about all these late nights and late games, but we'll be on the air at 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Next week. From Corbett. So come on out and have breakfast with us next Saturday night. BYU kickoff scheduled for 1 o'clock. Much more still straight ahead. We're not done. We'll hear from the head coach, get you your scoreboard. Wildcats lose to Texas Tech 28-22. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. There's a rumor summer could finally come to an end. And with cooler temperatures on the way, it's a good time to stop by any of the 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. If it's time for any other seasonal maintenance, we've got you covered with the most award-winning service around. You'll see why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the locals' favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
For 100 years, O'Reilly Chevrolet has been part of the fabric of Tucson, just as our Chevy trucks are part of the fabric of America. With that in mind, we're proud to announce it's officially truck season. And this year we have Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the all-new Chevy Colorado. Test drive your new Chevy truck on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or check out our entire lineup at O'Reilly.com. Don't miss truck season, going on now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Hey homeowners, are you ready to chill out and go green? Goodfellas Air Conditioning can help. Introducing our latest lineup of energy-efficient systems featuring the new R32 refrigerant. It's cooler, greener, and better for the planet. You'll enjoy lower energy bills and a smaller carbon footprint. Not a fan of change? Goodfellas has a surplus of reliable R410 systems available. Unsure about what system you have or have questions? Give us a call for a free inspection. Goodfellas Air Conditioning, keeping it cool, keeping it green, and always keeping you comfortable.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 30 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcasts. So if you've been injured, make the right choice. First
Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Don't hold back. Just dive right in. This is Desert Diamond. The round-the-clock, off-the-charts, over-the-top spectacle that puts a shine on any day, anytime. The tables are hot to the touch. The slots are spinning winners every day. And the point spreads are yours for the taking. So go ahead. Live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino. Visit ddcaz.com.
An enterprise of the Donna Ogden Nation.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Go Wildcats! As the new season starts, the Tucson Police Department bears down with the Tucson community. We are looking to build our team, and we need you. Interested in joining our starting lineup? Visit jointucsonpd.org. Join our team and score a great career. From our commissioned officers to our professional staff, Tucson Police Department proudly stands behind the Arizona Wildcats. Bear down and apply today at jointucsonpd.org.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 35 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees. Bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including Tucson and Sierra Vista, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 2,200 five-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after an accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm 4 years in a row tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE Eagle.
Our window depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Ifan.
So this will be a 52-yarder from the right hash mark for Tyler Luke. And on 50-yarders this year, he's 2 for 3. Ball down, kick is up, going to have enough distance, looks good, and it is good for Tyler Luke. So with 54 seconds left, it's 28-22 Texas Tech.
Tyler Luke, 4 more field goals for the senior place kicker, one of the best in the country. I don't know if he'll get another Lou Groza for that, but he probably should, because he continues to be one of the major pieces to this puzzle for the Arizona Wildcats this season. Cats fall to Texas Tech tonight by a score of 28-22. Now 3-2 overall, 1-1 in the Big 12. Tyler Luke set a school record tonight with the 5 made field goals. 5 of 6, 47, 40, 30, 37, and that one for 52. He has made 8 of his last 10 field goal attempts. He has 299 career points, the 4th most in program history. He is 14 points shy of passing Kadeem Carey for 3rd all time. But again, Arizona loses 28-22. We've got the scoreboard still straight ahead, but let's head back out to the stadium and hear from the head coach, Brent Brennan, after the loss tonight to Texas Tech.
First of all, congratulations to Texas Tech and Coach McGuire and that staff and those players. They came in here and played a good game, and I was encouraged by how our team responded in the second half. We need to score touchdowns in the red zone and not field goals in those situations. I thought our defense really responded, forcing some turnovers. There's lots of good moments in that game, and we had every opportunity to finish it. I think when I look at it, at least statistically, the most glaring one is just the turnover margin. And when you do that, it's going to be hard to beat anybody. You turn it over 4 times, it's going to be hard to beat anybody, and that's just the facts of football. I still absolutely believe in our players and this team. And I think this conference is really tough. And so we're going to take a look at this and figure out what we need to get right and what we let go tonight, and get ready for the next one, because that's going to be a really tough one on the road to BYU, and they're coming off a bye. So we have a lot of work to do, and I'm disappointed that we didn't get it done. I love the way we rallied. If we could have answered with touchdowns in the red zone, I think we could have kicked the door down on the game, but we didn't. And that's the truth. That's the hard truth, is that we just did not. So disappointed, but the truth, I just have to coach them better. I need to look at, are we carrying too much scheme? Are the details where they need to be for us to get done on game day what we want to get done? Because it didn't look like that tonight.
Reminder, please raise your hand and wait to be called upon. Justin, go ahead. Why do you think offensively you guys were unable to finish drives tonight?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think there was a couple missed throws there. I think we had a little bit of issue in protection. I think everybody on the field had a piece of that. You know what I mean? And everybody on the sideline too. Me, play callers, all of us. That was a collective, just absolutely not even close to good enough.
Michael? So you see this across college football all the time. The team has a huge win one week, and then maybe there's a letdown the next. It happened to Alabama today. Did you get any sense at all during the week that your guys maybe weren't in the right frame of mind?
No, we had a great practice, and we talked exactly about all that stuff. And, we used the coach told me the better team doesn't win on game day. It's the team that plays the best that day. And these guys played better than us for 4 quarters. Not, we were in it, and we were playing better football for most of the second half. But in the last 5 minutes of the game, we didn't, right? We didn't stop them, and we fumbled the ball. You know what I mean? So I think that's the hard part about it.
Gentlemen, back over here.
You said a couple of weeks ago that you wanted to get more tight ends involved with the play. Is this a strategy you want to keep? Because Cam Burnett did a great job again today with I think well over 40 yards. Is this a strategy you want to keep up throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have a lot of faith in that tight end position, and and I think we're starting to get some good stuff from the other receivers too. And then obviously T-Mac is a weapon, and so we're definitely, if we can distribute the ball, a little more evenly, it does make you harder to defend. And so, I thought the tight ends did a nice job today.
Brian? You were able to finish with over 100 yards rushing. Early on, it was a big struggle, and it seemed like there was a lot of rotation, moving in and out guys on the line. What led to that?
Injury,
and then what caused just overall the struggles with the run game early on?
That's the detail part I'm talking about. I think we had some guys go the wrong way on some of those calls, which is that's coaching. That's my fault. And so we got to take a long, hard look at that and just figure out, are we carrying too much scheme? I don't know, but that'll be part of the film evaluation and part of our Sunday work.
Hey, Coach, you guys, you talked about the turnovers a little bit. At the end of the first half, you guys had back-to-back drives where you were driving down the field and turned the ball over, and Texas Tech answered with points. How demoralizing was that heading into that?
I don't think it felt demoralizing the way, if you consider how the quarter and a half at the start of the second half went. You know what I mean, right? I think so I thought our guys did a great job of doing that. I think the hard part is we just didn't finish. Just didn't finish the game, didn't finish a drive, missed a field goal to make it 6. It's hard. And like all those pieces came together for us to not win the game. And that's the thing you can't do in this conference. That's my fault, Jeff. But you can't do that in this conference. Everybody's too good, right? So you can't, you have to finish people. You have to knock them out, and we didn't.
Defense kept you in this game, until the offense kind of started to find its groove a little bit in the second half. How have you seen that side of the ball kind of develop even over the last week, last couple of weeks?
No, I think our defense has been actually playing a lot of good football. They played great in the NAU game, and they played great last weekend, and they played great tonight. So I think there's a lot of stuff there. But I think everyone on our team, everyone on our staff is going to look at this and just be honest and say, we need to play better. We need to get better. It doesn't matter what position you play. Every piece of the team has some component that we can get better at. I need to coach better. So that's where we're at.
Jason? When you say too much schemes a couple times, what are you referring to? Just simplifying things, or what does that mean to you?
Well, it just depends on like how many plays were we carrying, right? In that part of it, and I don't think that's the case, but I think it's going to be something that we're going to have to look at and just say, hey, how come we're not executing? Why is this guy going the wrong way? That's crazy, with the amount of times we've run that play, right? So we either need to not call that player, or we need to put a new player in there to play that.
2 questions. The first
double questions, man.
First one, it was 4th and inches in the 4th quarter, pretty close down there, and I think inside the red zone. you elected to, try to draw them offside or whatever. Can you just talk about your decision or your thought process in that situation?
Yeah, that was we were just trying to draw them offside and see if we can get a free first down. We felt like at that moment, because by making the field goal, we took the lead, right? So that was the decision.
And they had the 2-point play, the swinging gate or whatever you
Yep.
call it. Had they shown that on film? Did you guys practice?
They have, and I think that had more to do with, it looked like that was a long drive, and it looked like when we lined up, we were not ready to play. It looked like we were standing straight up, is what it looked like to me. Now, I haven't seen the film, but that's what I think it looked like.
Obviously, we've seen T-Mac make a lot of great plays, but that one at the end, the fumble, obviously was not his best. What's your message to him after a play like that?
Let's go back to work. I believe in that kid as much or more than anybody on this team. So let's go back to work, look at the play, see if he was carrying it low or whatever. But he gives us a chance to win every week. So I'm sure no one feels worse about that than he does. You know what I mean? Because he cares so much.
I know you mentioned how, of course, in the red zone, you want to get those touchdowns, and Tyler did just miss one field goal, but had a career high in field goals today. As a coach, when you have that kicker there who you know is reliable and can keep you at least at arm distance, how nice is that to have?
Absolutely, yeah. Tyler Loop, and then also, their kick returner is a big-time returner, and he was eliminated because he kept kicking it out of the back of the end zone. So I'm grateful that Tyler Loop's on our team, and he definitely kept us alive tonight, right? And then gave us a chance to stay within striking distance and eventually take the lead. And so he's an awesome player.
Last question to Jason Barr.
Coach, you alluded to some of the missed throws by Noah. I know he does a great job here this week, but there were a lot of them. We're not used to seeing them. I know you got to go back and look at the film. Is it a mechanics thing or is it a protection thing?
I don't know. I got to look at it. Just like you said, you need to go back and look at the film, right? Just seeing it in real time. No one works harder or studies more film or is more individually prepared for the game than Noah Fafita. And so, like with all of our guys, I still believe in every player on this team. I think we're a little banged up, which is not helping our situation, but everyone's banged up this time of year. So you can either get to work and start fixing it, or you can, go sit in your dorm room and, feel sorry for yourself. Like, what are we doing? We need to get over and get to work. It's a simple choice, and that's a choice we all have to make.
All right, that's your time.
Thank you.
All right, that's the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats, Brent Brennan, after a 28-22 loss at the hands of the Texas Tech Red Raiders. A couple of other interesting numbers from this game. You heard him talking about Tetero McMillan. T-Mac finished with 161 receiving yards for Arizona. And for T-Mac, that is his 10th 100-yard receiving game of his career, 161 on 8 catches. He improved his career receiving yards total to 2,768. He's now just 91 yards shy of moving past Jerron Kreiner into 4th place all-time at Arizona. And McMillan's 10 100-yard performances are 4th most in program history. He is one 100-yard game away from tying Money Mike Thomas and Jerron Kreiner for 3rd all-time with 11 career 1,000-yard receiving games. 28-22, Texas Tech beats Arizona tonight at the stadium. We will give you your scoreboard and put a wrap on this one next. You're listening to Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, the post-game show on Wildcats Radio 1290.
NFL Sunday Night Football plays here.
Stroud will line up, takes the snap, drops down to his left knee. That's it.
Here, U of A grad and former Wildcats Radio 1290 host Ryan Radke with the call every Sunday night.
Stroud gets the snap. He's back to pass. Blitz coming. Gets picked up. Throws down the middle. Collins has it. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. Collins in the end zone. Touchdown, Texans.
We are Tucson's home for the National Football League. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you.
First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilders.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at CoolWillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. CoolWillies.com. Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
The Window Depot has everything you need to create the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams. Browse the aisles of in-stock cabinets available in a variety of sizes and configurations and instantly elevate your space today. Visit a showroom and let our experts guide you. Whether you're choosing from ready-to-go designs or creating a custom masterpiece, we can help you select the perfect wood type, color, and style, and top it off with unique hardware to complete your look. Find a location near you at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot. More than a window store.
Honey, our yard's full of weeds. Looks like a jungle and the neighbors are complaining.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of them, but the product I'm using, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Not to mention, I don't have the time.
But it's not just weeds.
It's not?
No, I'm seeing ants.
Ants?
Yeah, and spiders.
Ooh, spiders.
I know, and I think I saw a scorpion.
No way.
Yes way, and there's a pack rat in our garage.
Ew. Okay, I'll call University Termite and Pest Control today. We'll get rid of all of them.
Okay, honey, thank you.
University Termite and Pest Control, locally owned. Find them online at bepestfree.com.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' Cay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' Cay with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingCay.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Make sure you download or update the Wildcats Radio 1290 app. We've got the entire state covered like no other sports radio station in Southern Arizona. Plus, when you have the app, you can cover U of A sports with Wildcats Radio 1290 anywhere and everywhere you go and out of town, too. The mountains, the beach, working out, or maybe even...
Oh, no. Turn that off.
Download or update the Wildcats Radio 1290 app today and never miss a moment of sports analysis. Well, maybe an occasional moment. Wildcats Radio 1290. Our Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday Postgame Show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Kelvin Ifan.
3 wide receivers toward the right. There's the snap. It's a drop back. Vanderbilt will blitz. Quick throw near sideline. This one is deflected. It is intercepted. Picked up by Vanderbilt. There goes Fontanet. And he's all the way down. And he is in for the score. 27 yards. Brandon Fontanet, a pick 6 for the Doors.
Let's take a look at what happened today around the rest of the country. The College Football Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, the injury lawyers.
That call from Learfield Vanderbilt, and boy, did they come up with the upset of the day today.
Under center. From the 27, he takes the snap.
That's going to do it.
Vanderbilt
biggest win in Vanderbilt history.
Is this real life? You bet. Vanderbilt beats Alabama for the first time in a generation. The greatest moment in Vanderbilt football history. Tonight at First Bank Stadium. The final 3 seconds off the clock. That is going to do it. Storm the field, Doors. Storm the field. For the first time, Vanderbilt knocks off the #1 team in America. My goodness, what a night. Vandy fans, have your moment.
40-35, the final. Vanderbilt knocks off the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide. They took the goalposts from the stadium, carried them downtown, and disposed of them into the river that runs through Nashville. Pretty impressive stuff there. Other games today in the top 25, Ohio State knocked off Iowa by a score of 35-7. Another upset in the top 5, Arkansas beat number 4 Tennessee 19-14. It was number 5 Georgia over Auburn 31-13. 7th-ranked Penn State knocked off UCLA 27-21. What a game it was. ESPN College Game Day came to Berkeley today for the first time ever, and the game lived up to the expectations.
Mendoza takes the snap, fakes, and he rolls to his right. He throws to Jaden, not first, down at the 40. Stays inbound to the 50, now to the 45, 40. Sprinting free down the near sideline. Jaden Knott is going to go! Touchdown, California!
We don't have to deal with Jaden Ott anymore. He stuck a knife in the heart of the Wildcats 1 or 2 times, maybe. California blew a 25-point lead, though, in this game, and they lose to the University of Miami 39-38. Cameron Ward, he who played at Washington State last year, 35 of 53, 437 yards, and 2 touchdowns in that game as the Hurricane rally on the road for the 1-point victory. Big win for Texas A&M.
Orbit motion behind Connor. It's a handoff up the middle in a big hole. 35, 40, makes a man miss. Le'Veon Moss, this just may be a race to the end zone. That is won by Le'Veon. 75 yards, touchdown, Aggies.
That from Texas A&M Learfield, 41-10. The 25th-ranked Aggies knock off visiting number 9 Missouri today in College Station. Washington had an upset in the top 10 as the Huskies at home knock off 10th-ranked Michigan 27-17. How about this upset? Number 11 USC falls on the road at Minnesota 24-17. It was Ole Miss over South Carolina 27-3. The Rebels are ranked 12th. Number 15 Clemson beat Florida State 29-13. The Seminoles are 1-5 overall. Big 12 action. Iowa State gets a win.
4:54 remaining. Low snap. Williams has it blocked. It was rejected and is scooped up by Jackson. By another Cyclone. It will be a touchdown for Iowa State on the block punt. And Caden Madsen, the pride of Humboldt, scoops and scores.
Learfield, Iowa State Radio Network. Cyclones beat Baylor 43-21. That was the cover in one of our 5-star plays from BetQL. Iowa State -11. They covered that handily. I believe the over was the play in that game as well, and they did so. Iowa State 5-0, 2-0 in the Big 12 Conference. Number 21 Boise State over Utah State 62-30. It was 22nd ranked Louisville losing to SMU.
Kevin takes a knee, and that's going to do it. Time will run out. SMU goes on the road for the first time in the ACC, and they knock off the 22nd ranked team in the country. The Mustangs 34-27 over Louisville.
That was the final, and number 23 Indiana beat Northwestern. The Hoosiers are 6-0 on the season. Other games in the Big 12, Houston goes on the road and beats TCU 30-19. First Big 12 win for Houston. They're 2-4. TCU now 3-3. Also, West Virginia gets a win on the road.
On second down, a snap. There's an inside run for C.J. Donaldson. Stiff arms a tackler. Them out of the way, and West Virginia remains perfect in possessions.
West Virginia goes to Oklahoma State and wins 38-14. They'll be here in 2 weeks. The Mountaineers a surprising 2-0 in Big 12 play. The Oklahoma State Cowboys winless in 3 conference games. Florida knocked off Central Florida 24-13, and in another doozy, Arizona State beats Kansas 35-31. The Sun Devils are 4-1 this season. They are now 1-1 in Big 12 conference play. That is a check of your college football scoreboard for tonight.
The college football scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, the injury lawyers.
We told you in Major League Baseball, the Indians, the Yankees, the Mets, and the Dodgers all winning game 1s of the division series tonight. The National League will play tomorrow. The American League will have the day off. Tomorrow also happening here is, I believe, soccer for Arizona Soccer tomorrow. Or did they play today? Because I'm not seeing the game on the schedule, but I did. No, that's right. They did not play tomorrow. They played last night, their only game. It was senior night at Mulcahy Stadium, and the Wildcats knocked off BYU by a score of 2-1. Volleyball obviously split their series, beating BYU, but losing to Utah this week. So men's tennis is the only thing in action tomorrow, and they're at a number of different places. You've got Wildcats at the ATP Challenger in Tiburon, California. You've got Wildcats at the Big 12 versus SEC Challenge, and you've got Wildcats at the ATP Challenger in Fairfield. That's Fairfield, California. So that is all that is on the slate for tomorrow. That is going to wrap up our coverage for tonight. We'll remind you that we will reconvene with you for the Brent Brennan press conference show. That'll be on Monday at 11:20 a.m. scheduled time. So be sure to join us for that and the Brent Brennan radio show, which you hear every Monday night here at 6:05. It's live over at the Union Public House. You can see it live and listen to that as well right here. We have got NFL football coming up for you in just a few hours. 6:15 coverage begins on NFL International, the game in London this morning. The New York Jets will take on the Minnesota Vikings. We'll have coverage of that for you on Wildcats Radio 1290, as well as the Sunday night game, as we always do, with Ryan Radke, the Arizona Wildcats grad, on the call as the Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Dallas Cowboys. Like to thank everybody who was a part of these programs today, helping out here tonight. Priscilla Mugwa, who sung me happy birthday in 5 languages. Appreciate her for that. JW Madden on the board and controls for our pregame shows earlier, as well as the game day broadcast. Dusty Dale on the FM side, K-Hit 107.5 for the game broadcast, as well as all the folks that helped out on them all as they usually do. In terms of Arizona football, we'll reconvene with you next Saturday starting at 8:30 a.m. for the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day pregame show, live from Corbett's off 4th. Get up, come have breakfast with us as we get you set for Arizona at BYU with kickoff at 1 o'clock. Once again, your final score tonight at Arizona Stadium, a disappointing one. The Texas Tech Red Raiders 28, the Arizona Wildcats 22. For Glenn Howe and Kelvin Ifan, my name is David Kelly. Have a great rest of your weekend and Sunday. You've been listening to Arizona Football on Wildcats Radio 1290.